Hello everyone and welcome to another Train Sim World 6 video or stream, depending on where you're watching this. Today we are on 9 Papa 42 Rainham to Luton in my favourite train in the whole game, the Class 700. Let's go. I do say my favourite train, but I've got to say 390, 801, 395s 395 are solid contenders for that top spot as well. Is that a shed? No, that's just sun. I don't know why I thought that was a shed. We have got a signal.
TSW6 and AWS,
An AWS operational. 69% brake. Can we get it on 6.7? It's not letting me have it, is it? Oh, 68. Wait, hang on. Why is my controller vibrating so much? Hey, there we go, I've done it. 6, 7. 700. Oh, let's put some lights on. That's probably quite important, to be fair. It's normally the thing I do first. How did I forget that? Yeah, we are driving a late afternoon service. I was going to say evening, but 3 o'clock is not the evening. Let's skedaddle out of here. Get that stinky HUD off. That was no disrespect to Dovetail Games and their HUD. I think it's an actual decent HUD, to be fair. I just prefer to have it off. Not I like to see the handle. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm just going to turn it up because it's a little bit quiet for me. That probably hasn't turned up for you guys. If you need it up, let me know. But I can hear that now. Yeah, this train is fairly quiet. I reckon as we go past this, we can go up to thingy. Yeah. Gillingham, 2 miles away. It's weird how this is probably the busiest route in the game, but memory issues aren't a thing on here. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a TSW5. Everybody says they remember the blurry textures in Train Sim Mod 4. I don't. I only started getting them around Train Sim Mod 5. But what do I know? Right, let's start coasting when we get to 60. Yeah, that's about right. Can you believe it? I'm doing a stream that's not CTS. You won't believe it, would you? You would not believe it. Ah! DSD. Not DSD. AWS, what am I on about? They're all the same. You will have to press B for them. I don't remember it looking so nice on this route. I don't know if it's just because of the way the sun is at the moment, but it looks really nice. There's not many right-hand curves on this route. I'm just thinking, where can I get a thumbnail? Well, saying that, I think there is literally one out of this station, so... Yeah, let's just put a bit of brake on. I mean, heck, this could be a nice place for a thumbnail. Sun is shining. Oh, yeah. I'll take this. Yeah. Not my best screenshot ever, but a nice one. Right, down to 35, just approaching at a controlled speed. I know I'm probably going to be late. Yeah, probably, because I've approached too cautiously, but... in fairness, Thameslink trains are normally late by a couple of minutes, at least. Yeah, I don't remember this looking so detailed. Obviously, we're nearly in January and February, aren't we? So we should start seeing some ROG on this route. We do love a bit of ROG. Speaking of ROG, is there a 37 round this bend? Parked up? No. Oh, hang on. There's a 375 white as well. And here's a 375 blue. Blue passport. Hello. I was just worried then that my microphone was off. Let me just do a quick breathe. Yep, we're on. Give the ROG a tone. Okay, that's a green signal. I thought that was that horrible objective marker. Right, hang on. We're approaching a bit fast here. There's the ROU board. I've missed it. Yeah, we're about 20 seconds late. That's not actually a bad stop. Yeah, we're off to Luton. Imagine if Thameslink still had guards. I mean, I know this panel does open to all the door controls in real life, because I've seen a driver, not driver. Could be a driver, or a member of station staff use it. But there is ROG. We like ROG. Get rid of the HUD. Next station is... I was checking the thing, I was about to say next station is Luton, but heck. That'd be one heck of an express, and I bet we wouldn't get there that much quicker. Because of the way signalling is. Hello, Mr. Thameslink off to check station screens. I don't know why the Thameslink PIS is broken in this game, because it was always working. Why is there a bird chirping outside? We don't get that here. Now let's continue accelerating. Gillingham Tunnel. Yeah, it's 50, then it goes down to 30. So let's just get up to 50 and then coast. There we go. I have an orange hot chocolate next to me as well, which is great help. I know as you're seeing this, this is probably a video between two CTS videos, because I'm trying to do it CTS, other, CTS, other, CTS, other, just so you guys don't get bored of this constant CTS content, but I'm loving that game at the moment. Although I have noticed the last few times I've played it, I've been playing it less and less. But I think not the novelty's wearing off, because it won't be, but I don't know. I've basically covered all of the map with the buses anyway now. So I've just put another new route in, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, I've been playing 10 minutes. How can I be done? Well, I say that, I haven't got the map expansion, so maybe once I get that. And you can have more than, just because every bit's covered, you know, some bits need more than one route. You know, I've gone for a lot of big routes that are often missing capacity, so maybe I need a lot of little routes that are full to capacity. But yeah. Hello, Mr. Southeastern Javelin. Good day to you, sir. You are not the Trainbow. Back the Medway 2025 City of Culture. Not that that's what that one was, obviously. I think London got City of Culture, didn't it? I think. Hello. Hello. I thought we'd see this time of year. Rog. Yes. God, it's making my game lag a bit, all that smoke coming from it. Has it got 12 cars of Javelin? It has got 12 cars of Javelin. I feel like normally they're only ever pulling 8 cars of Javelin. What service are you, my friend? 5 Zulu 58. Derby Lit Church Lane to Ramsgate Depot. And off it goes. Goodbye to you, my friend. I don't know why the 375 is making noise. Like, I don't know why it's got motor sound, but hey ho. Man, is that orange. Oh, that's so nice. Yes. You've just earned some reward points. Collect now. I shall not. Cab air oh, could you imagine? In this way. Oh, hang on. Right, hang on a minute. We'll have a fiddle. Without sounding a bit naughty. Oh, I never knew you could play with all this. Could you always do this? Yeah, nice. I mean, speed limit's only 30, so it's not worth me accelerating that fast, is it? Nice. Bit of flange squirrel coming through Old Rochester. Let's just leave a little bit of brake on. Just to stop us from overspeeding on these grades. Bit more brakes. Let's just roll this in. neutral, doors open. And without glazing myself, that is a pretty good stop. Oh look, car park. God, this don't look like a very nice car park. Don't look very well built either. Yeah, soon we'll be able to go from Strood down this way. And it will give more services to cargo line aggregates. Hehe. I feel like, I don't know if it's the same as in this Desiro, or Desiro City, but I'm pretty sure these brakes you have to put in 88% brake before you can put in neutral. Put the gear in neutral. Hello, Phil B Train fan, how are you doing today? Close doors, and off we go. I thought I'd stream something else other than City Transport Simulator today. Just to make the content on the YouTube channel a bit more varied. And for Twitch, of course. And I'm playing City Transport Simulator later anyway with a friend. And I'm also planning to show him some of the TSW routes he hasn't got, to sway him into me spending more money. I thought you were on the buses for life, lol. Yeah, so did I, to be fair. It's such a good game, though. Like, when I managed to... If the bus, which is a completely different game, but if that comes to console... But it is coming to console, but when that has its first sale that's decent enough for me to spend money on it, I'm going to lose my life. But no, CTS, it just needs a bigger map. I did a stream of the Medway Valley and Trent Valley the other day. They are such nice routes. Yeah, I don't know much about the Medway Valley. I mean, I don't know much about any of the TSW routes before they come to TSW, to be honest, which I'm a bit ashamed to say. As an Englishman. Or a Brit, whatever you want to call us. CTS could definitely do with a large map. Yeah, there is the depot and route expansion, but it's not actually that big, I don't think. Like, it's worth having if you get it on a sale, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't add much. It's either, what they could do is, I don't know, they either spend more time expanding Tramal all around it, or they put development into a real place. Like, I don't know, Vienna, for example. But yeah. Part of me is thinking they'll do like, what's the place called? Basil? I don't want to say Basil, that's a leaf, you idiot. Basil DLC. That's just how it's spelled, I'm dyslexic, don't judge. But yeah, part of me is thinking they'll do that because they had the theme DLC. But then I don't know. I don't know how big the View App team actually is that develops CTS. I mean, I'm hoping that it's quite big, because it deserves quite a lot of time, I feel, but... Ping. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you missed it. If you'd come into the stream about 2 minutes earlier, you would have seen a couple of ROG 37s. Well, I say a couple. One was stationary, the other one was carrying 12 cars of 375. They have such a nice product and it deserves larger expansion. Exactly that. Exactly that. It's such a nice, pretty, realistic, well-made simulator. And it just needs more time and more expansion. I mean, OMSI 2 has been on the scene for, what, 13 years? And I doubt people would have said it was the greatest bus simulator 13 years ago. So I'm not saying, like, oh, they need to do expansions now, or it's the worst game ever, but yeah. No, an expansion would be nice. I like the management side to it, but it's like, at the same time, I feel like with these simulators, they're becoming too much like management games. Like, for me, a bus simulator, I just want to go into a real place, go into a real schedule, and drive a service on a real, that would be a real world service, much like Train Sim World timetable mode. I just want to get in, drive a train as it would be in real life. And that's what I want from a bus simulator. I know everyone wants different things, don't get me wrong, but yeah, like I'm sure there's lots of people that like the route building. But for me, I just want to get into a schedule and drive a service on a bus and have it feel realistic and possibly allow for multiplayer so you can add some close friends. Yeah, me too, yeah. I'm glad we have the same opinion. But yeah, soon we'll have the bus on console, and that is a 1-to-1 scale of Berlin, which is nice, and that has a real timetable mode, I believe. It has like a schedule mode. Right, I reckon that should do. And what else is it? It has Hamburg DLC, as in the Hamburg as a DLC. It's not that well developed yet because they've only just brought it out, and it is like it is still work in progress. But they haven't mentioned anything about it being on for console on release. CTS were talking about introducing ticket sales, so watch out for that. Yes, they are doing ticket selling. I believe they're bringing out a new bus, a new tram. Was there... and I believe they're doing a new map. But don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. So don't have that as final word because I think they're developing a new map. But I'm not 100% on it. I'm just trying to remember what me and Melbourne Train Guy spoke about because we spoke about it before I owned it. Oh, both Phil and Melbourne Train Guy are in the chat, thank you very much. Or in the stream, sorry. But yeah, it was before I owned CTS that me and Melbourne Train Guy were talking about what was on their roadmap. And I remember a new bus, a new tram, and ticket sales, but I don't remember anything else. So there might have been a new map, but I'm not sure. I hope there is. I'd love to see a new map. I just hope it's not extortionate, like... in my opinion, a map DLC for a bus game should cost about the same as a Train Sim World route. Like £24.99, £30, if it's a real place. If it's fictional, then in my opinion it should be cheaper. Because it's not real, but that's just my personal opinion. I just don't think there's much value in something that's fictional. Well, no, there is value in stuff that's fictional, but there's not as much value as something that was 100% real. Right, coming into Rainham. Coming in a bit quickly, but we're quickly scrubbing off some of that speed. This is my favourite train in the game, hands down. It's so nice, but I am biased because whenever I get on a train, it's either a 387 or a 700 or a 717, but this is where you start getting complex. Or nowadays, not that I've been on one, but if I was to get the train nowadays, there's also a chance of getting a 379. Doors, neutral, doors open on the left. Oh, look at that. That's a nice stop. We have 700 023 and 700 053. And I'm going to take a sip of my hot chocolate while it's still relatively warm and relatively chocolatey and orangey. Cool, we're not stopping here for long, neither was he. But yeah, one thing I hope with the sales, the ticket sales on CTS, I hope they factor that into the timetable, because right now, if you pick the lenient times, then it's possible. But if you pick like the strict times, you're not going to have the time to sell tickets. It's going to be too tight. So they need to factor that into the timetable, in my opinion. Or, I would also like to see the option of ticket selling being full ticket selling, or, you know, like tap and go. Like where people just scan their Oyster or whatever. Like their sort of like travel card. Over here it's called an Oyster, I don't know. What's it called? Oh, Melbourne Train Guys told me a few times that you guys have something. I nearly said a V card, but that sounds like something completely different. What is it called? A Mickey. He has said that to me, I'm fairly certain. I do apologise. A V card, cool. Victoria travel card, the V card. Oh dear. I mean, hey, in my opinion, that's a better name for it. 395. Those javelins always sound weird when they're travelling at speed. They sound a bit goofy. A bit goofier. Oh, I believe there's a custom livery in there. I keep forgetting I subscribe to all these custom liveries. That one looks ugly in the middle personally, I think. Lots of 66s. Sheds everywhere. Did you see what speed we're at? Oh dear. I used my phone for 2 hours and 18 minutes more than last week, my report says. Don't know if any of you wanted to know that, but I've told you that. What's next station? Are we coming into Gravesend? Yeah, Gravesend. I knew that. I was going to do a full shift stream on this route, but I think I'm going to wait until January sales come about for Xbox, and then whatever is in the sale route that I like, I'll just do a 9.5 hour stream on that instead. So like if it's Riviera line, for example, which probably will go on sale in January, then I'll just do a 9.5 hour stream on that, because that'd be an easy one. You know, you'd only have to do like 9 runs there and back and all sorts. You know, a 150 double, an 802 double, a 220 double. The 220 is a separate purchase, I do, of course, knew that. Yeah, it wouldn't be a difficult one to do 9.5 hours in. But the problem I have is I now have content basically almost till February. And then if January sales comes out, then I'm going to have content all the way to March. And then GWE Remaster's coming out as well. Oh, I could do the full shift on the GWE Remaster. Huh. That wouldn't be a bad route to do a full shift on. That really wouldn't be a bad route to do a full shift on. You've got the HST, the 166. Isn't quite got the service variation of something like Southeastern High Speed, but it's not terrible. Right, 30 mile an hour. Oh, could you imagine doing a full shift on Preston Carlisle? That'd be amazing. Do a 2-hour military service each way. And then do an 87 run each way. Or you could do an 87 there and 86 back. What's that? That's already 3, 4... That's 7 hours. All you'd have to do is another run back up. £30 mph coming into Gravesend. Right, next signal could be a red, so I'm going to slow down to 20 just before the station. Here we go. Looks like there's a 465. Is that coming in? Ah, so that's why we had the red. That makes sense. Yeah, one thing that does annoy me with CTS is because of how small the map is and how high the requirements are to unlock some of the buses in career mode. You could cover the whole map well and truly before unlocking some of the buses, because I'm missing only a couple parts of the map because I made a new route yesterday, filling in some of the bits I was missing. And I've basically covered the whole map, and I haven't even unlocked... I have 4 buses unlocked. Was that going blurry then? No, not this route too. You're joking, you're having me on. When did it start affecting southeastern high speed? Okay, that didn't look too bad, but this game is so frustrating. It has the potential to be so good. It's just never met. Okay, it doesn't seem to be doing it anymore. No, it doesn't. Okay, alright. It was just a bit of a moment, that's fine. If I was on an Xbox Series X, that probably would have never happened. So, yeah, never mind. It's weird how they never go to the buffers at this station. I suppose they don't need to. But sometimes they run the 10-car 707s down here in real life, which for anyone want... Oh, hello! I missed "It's our favourite flavour of shed," to quote a certain Melbourne train guy. DRS? JNA? Running empty. Oh, look at it as it goes into the sunlight. I even done the Melbourne train guy shot. You should just give me his YouTube channel. I'm taking over. I should give him my YouTube channel, I mean. Other way round. I'm a fraud. Right, off we go. 30 mile an hour. And there's another shed right behind it. This is a bit bizarre. What in the chocky transport scenario is that? Hang on, was there a driver in that back cab? There is a... I'm noticing these issues more and more. Why is there a driver in the back cab? I didn't see if there was one in the front cab. But why is... This has been a thing since Cardiff City Network, I believe that was first spotted. That's a wee bit jarring. Right, 70 miles an hour. And then next stop, Northfleet, Swanscombe, Stone Crossing, Dartford. No, stop doing this. Oh. Oh, this game is so frustrating. Well, I'd get it if I was on Gen 8, but come on. It's a Gen 9 console. Okay, this is just unwatchable. That is so poor. Look at that. I'm not being funny, but SCR is better than that. Ooh, I never knew that river was there. How have I never known that massive river pond thing is there? Oh right, they've come back now. That's nice of them. All you have to do is look into the water, it seems. In fairness, there was a lot of stock. You had a 465 and 2 sheds. But still, is that an excuse? I don't know. Make of it what you will. I don't really have an opinion. Well, I do have an opinion on it. It shouldn't happen, but if I have an opinion on it, I'll care too much. So, best not to care. Because then we can still enjoy the game, even if it looks like a heap of... okay, and you're just going to stand there because you can. Right, I am going to save the game and come back into the service at this stop, because that often works. No. God, I can't even see the buttons. Right. Back in a moment. Tickety-boo. Monster. Hello, everybody. I'm back. We are back in the train. Thank God for that. I don't remember it looking this dusk last time, but hey. We're actually running late now. Look at this guy. Off he goes. Wow. Nice. Right, and just the other side of this bridge is a station, so let's actually start braking again. Anything on that side of the bridge? Not as far as the eye can see. Wait, hang on. I do actually want to stop here. Come on. Oh no, not overbrake. Luckily it's not as bad as the shed or like a 47 or something. I hate when you're driving a loco, you use the brakes, you come to a stop. And then it's like, no, I needed to be a further 3 meters in front. Why did you stop so early? I was just trying to put the brakes on because the signal was red and I needed to stop. But then as soon as I put the heavy brakes on, the signal went yellow and now I've stopped. That yellow signal. I like how many off-the-map destinations it has. City Thameslink, Farringdon, Blackfriars, St Paul's Cathedral. No, they don't have a station for St Paul's Cathedral, it's something for St Paul's Cathedral. I think it was City Thameslink for St Paul's Cathedral. Off we go. Next station's not for 1.3 miles, so I wonder what some of these buttons do. Can't press that one, can't press that one, can't press that one. Train config. Uncouple. Brightness. Oh, is this how you change it to yellow? Hello, Mr. 700. I've seen drivers in real life change this to yellow. When I went into the cab of a real life 700, this screen was yellow. That was a great memory. I loved that. It's mad how long ago that was. September 2024. It was actually a really nice cab. Best believe it is not this big in real life. It was like squished. And the driver of this particular train said he had driven the 313s. Not the Southern 313s, Great Northern 313s. And yeah, he said they're very squished because obviously if any of you know the 313, it has the cab squished into one side, then it has that really awkward door that makes you feel like the cab is really wide, but the section you're in is locked off. Almost like you're in your own room in a cardboard box, almost. No, door open, but yeah. It did not feel this wide. It felt like the seat was like out here. And you could barely, you know, lean up against the door. No smoking. No smoking. God, it looks like he's about to chuck it down. Yeah, there really isn't much room in a 313. I haven't driven that 313 in a while, you know. I'm trying to think of what routes have I not done on Train Sim World 6, because then I could. Those are some easy videos. Not easy videos, but like they're videos I could make. Because I only, as of literally Christmas Day, I hadn't made a video, or I hadn't uploaded a video on the Midland Main Line in Train Sim World 6 until the one I released Christmas Day. Which I don't know why I haven't, I just haven't had a reason to go onto the Midland Main Line. And I think when the GWE remaster comes out, I probably won't play the Midland Main Line a great deal apart from the aggregate services. Because I'm not a big fan of the 158. I don't know what it is. I get why people love the 158. It's a Sprinter but express, but for me it just doesn't, you know. I don't know. Maybe now I've tried the 150 and the 153, my opinion on the Sprinter would have changed. But it just doesn't feel right. I'd prefer to see that route in modern day, with 222s and 170s. Oh, now we're talking. Because I believe it's 170s that do that route in real life. Because the 158s are used elsewhere. Or it might be a mixture of 158s and 170s. Because most of the 170s at East Midlands Railway are 2-car units. Hang on, I've missed my marker there, haven't I? Quite badly. Where was... Did I miss my marker? Was it back here? No, yeah, well I probably should have stopped there because it was 8. But there's nothing here to say I should have stopped. I probably should have just gone to the S then, in fairness. Would like to see the 222 they have been on the main line for a long time. Yeah, and they're... Well, I don't know if they're all being replaced, but some are being replaced. By the 810s, which are IETs, East Midlands Railway IETs. And I believe... I can't remember if they said the 222s were going to Lumo or ScotRail. One of the two. Because obviously ScotRail have ageing HSTs. You know, the HSTs are 50 years old as of 2026. So they haven't got much long left in them, unfortunately. And shed. Hello. Ah, is that a TEA shed? It is. Look at that. Nice bit of shed. Green signal. I think next stop is Dartford already. It's 9:30. When have I got to leave? 12:10. So I've got another 2.5 hours. Right? How long does that? I don't know. Hang on a minute, isn't this speeding? Yeah, when... You idiot. Take my eye off the ball for literally 1 second and this stuff happens. Right, let's save it 'cause it's getting very laggy. Come on. Bloody hell. But yeah, the 170s that are on the East Midlands route are from West Midlands, I believe. They're stroke 5s. And possibly even their stroke 6s. Because I know Cross Country bought the middle carriages of their stroke 6s. Because Cross Country stroke 5s were given an extra coach from the West Midlands stroke 6s than the West Midlands stroke 6s, now that there are only 2 coaches, were given to East Mids. So technically East Mids have stroke 6s that should be stroke 5s, and Cross Country will have stroke 5s that should be stroke 6s. Which is weird, I know. But I believe there's only like 8 of them. There's not many. It was just for extra capacity. And I believe one of the West Midlands Railway depots still looks after the Cross Country 170s, which is nice. Nice of friends to help out friends. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not helping them out, they're definitely being paid for it, but they could have just said, nah. Nah, you're not our service. You know, you're not part of our company, we don't care. You're not doing anything for our business. They actually cared more about the railway rather than just themselves, which is, you know, nice. It's nice that sometimes companies think like that. Because at the end of the day, why the government is taking over our railways, well, I still don't get it personally, but it's to take the business out of railways. You know? There's no, like... Not to take the business out of it, but, like... to make it simpler for everyone to use, to make it... Right, stand back. But, you know, to just try and make it... Oh, third rail spark. But to try and make it, like, more friendly and less competitive and just sort of... free, if you will. Like it's leading a railway rather than leading a multi-million pound business. Which is what railway companies are, but they should think about the people they serve rather than how much money they can make. And obviously, Mr. Avanti West Coast, however much it is from London to Manchester on a return, 200 and something quid I think it was, open return. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed the video. I've really enjoyed driving that 700, apart from the little bit in the middle, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye for now.